What's up, guys? ODST General back again and in live action format. So I'm hanging out down in a van by the river. Okay, I'm not actually in a van, but I'm in my car, hanging out, ship watching here today since I've been cooped up inside quite a bit here. I've been obviously trying to get out and take photographs and everything. What's up, guys? Thanks for joining. I am pretty new to actually live stream. I've never live streamed from my phone before, so if one of you guys want to actually comment, just so I can know if I'm actually seeing these comments or not, I'm not sure if it's going to pop up on my screen or how that works. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or anything, let me know. Just keep me company here while we wait for the next ship to pass by, which is probably in about another 30, 40 minutes from what it sounds like. But yeah, anyways, what's new? What's up? While I wait for you guys to respond to that, so like that, I've not got much anything going on. I did record some content last night that I've got to get edited. I got another Operation Trebuchet video recorded for you guys. I got some first responder content done too. It's actually been done for a little while now, but I've been really bad about editing, which is nothing new. I still don't know if I can see your guys' comments. This is kind of obnoxious. Oh, hey, there we go. Yeah, it does pop up. How's it going, man? That's excellent. That's good to know that I can see that. I didn't know how that would work. I've, like I said, never done this from my phone before. Normally, I would have my webcam set up. I want to show my face. How you doing today? Got anything exciting going on yourself? Oh, doing okay. Oh, that's better with the visor down. We'll keep that consistent lighting. I know. Didn't want people hearing this, I guess. Yeah, I kind of snuck out. I probably shouldn't be out, but I've been kind of scoping this area out on a live stream for the river for the ships passing by, and people tend not to get too close here. So it looked like I could get away with being pretty far away from everybody else, and the next closest cars are about 10 stalls away from me at least. So I think I'm okay. I don't have to worry about it too much. I'm just hanging out in my car otherwise until the ships come by. I'll go out and take some photographs then for the Discord and everything. But yeah, other than that, I've been inside a lot. Great for War Thunder grinding, which there's a lot of because War Thunder. But other than that, yeah, I hear you. It's been a good while. I got put out of work from the virus, so I hear you. How long have you been on lockdown for? I will take that as a yes. 43 days. Holy heck. Well, man, yeah, I don't know. I guess that's not it's a little bit longer than what I've been, but that's pretty darn close. I think I want to say it was the 22nd or 23rd we went down on lockdown. That was my last day working. Was the 22nd or 23rd of last month. So it's been a little over a month for myself. What state are you out of? Or country? That might make even more sense if it's another country too. I guess that would probably a lot of other countries got hit first, so that would yeah, I can't even imagine being cooped up for a huge amount of time longer than this, but it's definitely gonna probably happen. Oh yeah, France. Yeah, yeah, you guys got hit pretty hard. Not probably quite as bad as Spain, but yeah, if you're in France, yeah, I can only imagine. I'm surprised it's actually only 43 days. Probably still cooped for a while over there, I'd imagine, or at least you're gonna be. I know America's been kind of lax in a lot of places with a mixed reaction on the whole lockdown thing. Obviously, a lot of Americans are put out of work, and we're kind of the rebellious type over here. So some people are pretty against this whole lockdown thing. And then there's people like me who just are really bad at listening to it, and we come out anyways. So I don't know if that's something to brag about, but at least I'm trying to try and stay away from other people here. Try and follow it as best I can when I do go out. Unfortunately, I don't have any face mask or anything, so otherwise I'd be wearing that right now too. Should have Should grab my work gear. We have some respirators from work, but I don't know how those actually hold up against a virus. They're definitely not rated for viruses, I'm sure. Yeah, well, it's tricky because the thing is with the virus is it can go at least 6 feet from person to person from spit or whatever, but it also is able to stay in contact with inanimate objects for at least several hours. So I have to be careful when I'm out because you don't necessarily think about touching a guardrail or anything, but it can be on a guardrail, it can be on a garbage can or something. So, I mean, you still got to be kind of careful because the more stuff you go out, the more stuff you're interacting with, the higher chance of an infection is going to happen. So, it's one of those things. So, at the end of the day, it just comes down to being smart and being sensible about everything. It's not the end of the world, but it is something to be careful of. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, I got my handy dandy blocking the camera here. Handy dandy Purell. Apparently, I had a stock of those from like last year sitting in my car, so that's coming in handy now. But yeah, oh man, it's so boring. It's kind of a mixed bag because it's like, so much time for video games, and I still haven't gotten like hardly content out for the channel. I just have like had no time to actually properly edit. Unfortunately, with all the kids and stuff being off of school, it's not even my kids, but they're like running around screaming. It's making recording difficult and everything. It's just throwing a complete wrench in and that's still the other thing is everybody else that's trying to work is all in the medical field too, so they're all tired and worn out. Hey guys, welcome to the live stream. Oh, somebody left already. And they're like, nope, I'm not getting involved in this. This is one person too many. I don't know who joined, but welcome. If you have any questions, anything like that, feel free to ask. I've got nothing going on for at least another probably 20 minutes here, so I should turn my car on so I can see the time. We're waiting for a ship to pass by on the St. Clair River in Port Huron, Michigan. Drove out here, took a little bit of a trip to take some pictures here. If you guys are on my Discord, you've probably seen some of the photographs I've been taking going out to the parks and stuff nearby early in the morning. Hey Mark, how's it going? Now I know your real name. Excellent. But how you doing, man? I didn't well, I don't know. I guess my sleep schedule's been out of whack. I'm not normally up this early in the morning, at least not since the virus started. Going back to my usual sleep schedule, which is staying up in the middle of the night. I tried fixing that. I got up at like 4 in the morning. I fell asleep. CC content already, and my computer is just struggling. It's kind of hit its limit. I've actually ordered some new computer parts here just the other day. I should have those hopefully in the next couple weeks. I should be getting a bunch of new PC parts. So I'm upgrading my motherboard, my processor, my RAM, and everything. That should make it a lot easier to record. So MCC is on my list. I want to do Star Citizen content if my computer can handle that, which with the new hardware it should be able to. I didn't upgrade my graphics card, which is only a 1060, but honestly my graphics card seems to be the one thing that's not struggling on my computer at this point. All my other stuff is pretty out of date. It's been like 5 or 6 years, I think, since a lot of my PC hardware has been updated. I'm getting a new SSD. I've got one already for my OS, but yeah. The problem is that with the processing power and everything I have, when I'm trying to run MCC, it runs fine by itself. But when I start running like ODST in the background, and I've been trying to run Audacity again because even though I don't like having to separately do the audio, my audio has just been kind of unclear lately. So having Audacity as a separate thing lets me make it a little bit cleaner, a little bit nicer for my audio. So yeah, once I get that new stuff, I'll probably be doing some MCC content a little bit more regularly because I shouldn't be losing frames and stuff because it was pretty bad frame drops when I was trying to record. Which is why I haven't actually recorded anything yet. The other thing I'm waiting for with MCC, at least for single player, is that everybody's done single player Halo campaigns. It's been done so many times. I'm actually waiting for Project Reclaimer, which is a VR conversion, I guess you could call it, for Halo Reach to come out. It's made by the guy who did the Alien Isolation VR mod. So I'm waiting on him to actually get Project Reclaimer done. Now, I haven't heard anything on it since it was announced, like the end of last year, but it's not been that long, really. It's been like 6 months since it was announced, and that's a pretty big undertaking to do a VR conversion. And so I don't know exactly how long until he might get done on there and we might hear about it again. I'm kind of hoping he's still working on it. That's the only thing I'm worried about, is that he's just not working on the project anymore. But that is like probably the other big thing I'm waiting for, is waiting for that, because that would be pretty cool to actually have the ability to like play Halo in VR, especially for YouTube, because it's not something I think really, there's no VR campaign playthroughs. There's, I think, a couple like Vorpax, so it actually works out pretty well, but it could be better. And I think having the actual like VR control of the pistol and everything would be really awesome. You know, just watching like handle the Magnum. Some weird noise. I don't know if that was a dog barking or what, but yeah. So that's the big thing I'm waiting for with MCC as far as putting the content on the channel. I might possibly do some live streaming though once I get those new parts and have multiplayer, and I might just do some multiplayer or something else for the channel for videos. I don't know. That I'm a little bit more open to. The thing is, there's a lot of content I want to do for the channel. Time's the big restriction for the most part. Like right now, instead of being out taking photographs and everything, I should be at home editing. But after like a month of being cooped up, I've been trying to get out of the house a little bit more. There's an opportunity to be less of a shut-in, ironically. Just so many video games over like the last month. I'm just so bored of like all my games. I've just been looking at them like, oh god, I don't want to play this. I don't want to play that. I want to play Star Citizen, but my computer barely handles it, and it's Star Citizen, and it's fun, but it's buggy. It has some issues. You still there, K9? Somebody came and left again. I don't know if it was Mark or anybody else. What games have you guys been playing lately during the virus, or have you guys all still been? Well, obviously some of you guys have been restricted to stay at home, but have any of you guys still been working, anything like that? I'm gonna put my window down here. My car's getting pretty stuffy, guys. Give me just a moment. Yeah, that should be pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to all the new armor sets that they're doing for Optray. They're doing a lot of cool stuff. If the noise is too much, let me know, guys. Like I said, it's getting stuffy in the car, but I can just turn the air on. They're working on the bridge behind me for the bridge to Canada, so let me know if, like I said, if it's too obnoxious or anything. Men of War, I haven't played that in a while. That's a good one. Somebody was actually just sharing I think it was a Men of War mod with me, a new Halo mod out for it. It looked like it was probably like ripped content. I didn't look too closely at it because they had sent me the link in the middle of the night, so I hadn't had a chance to actually check it out properly yet. But that was kind of interesting. I'm still disappointed they didn't come out with Project Contingency. Studying on Discord. How do you study on Discord? Interesting. That I want to know more about. That's something you see place. So I've always learned better by doing stuff hands-on. And I know that there's only like one person in here still, but just so you can see what we're hanging out with, what we're looking at here. Hopefully you guys got a good look at that. The Coast Guard vessel off on the side here, and I think this is Superior we're off of. I'm not used to hanging out on this side of the state. Normally I'm over and used to being on the other side here, with Lake Michigan being a little bit closer to the Great Lake I'm used to, but I think this is Superior. I should know that offhand regardless of what side I'm on, but you know. Getting all blurry there for a second for some reason. Oh, they live stream on Discord. That's interesting. So, a lot of places have been using Zoom for what I hear. That's actually pretty cool that they're using Discord. Discord makes a lot of sense for that. I mean, you get administration powers, you get live streaming abilities, you get live chat, live voice, and stuff. I mean, it's like all for free. It's super easy to set up. Yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. I've just never heard of anybody doing that, so that's actually really cool. Post up lesson plans, stuff like that. Heard of anybody else doing that until now. Hey, welcome to the live stream here. How's it going? Oh, they left again. Gosh, we can't get about 3 people. It's like they see my face and they're terrified. They run away. Do I have a booger? Is that what it is? That's gotta be what it is, right? No, I know. I've got a face only a mother could love. That's fine. I understand. But yeah, that's actually really cool though. So I mean, is that which mod have you been editing? Come back, chat. I've not used Zoom, so I couldn't say anything about Discord being less shady or not. What kind of work do you do, K9, if you don't mind me asking? Hey, welcome to the live stream, unless you run away like the other third person always has. Whoever joined us, feel free to chat. We're hanging out. A Russian mod. Interesting. Like World War II era Russian or modern Russian era stuff? I know Men of War by default's typically World War II stuff, but and they've got Call to Arms, but could still be from a group called ASV. I'm not. Is that the Halo one? Okay, that is the Halo one. It has Covenant, but no UNSC. That's really weird. There was one out for Men of War that was for Assault Squad 2. That was a Halo 2 mod, but it got removed from the workshop, I think. And I had the files, but it was incompatible with... Or no, it was Call to Arms, maybe. Yeah, I think it was Call to Arms. I touched my face. I shouldn't be doing that, but... My face itched. Yeah, that's the big problem I've seen with a lot of Men of War and Call to Arms mods is they update those games a lot, and so compatibility tends to go out the window pretty quickly on those. I'll be honest, the one I really want to see get updated is, I've been going back and playing Stellaris a lot. I want to see them update Sins of the Prophets for Stellaris. I think Sins of the Prophets has a lot of potential for Stellaris. I don't know if you guys have played Stellaris at all. Really awesome game. I definitely recommend checking it out if you haven't played Stellaris. There's a Star Trek game out for called New Horizons, and like they completely changed the game, but it's a lot of story-driven content in there because they have a heavily scripted map. I think that Sins of the Prophets could have a lot of potential in that same sense. Like, imagine playing a campaign as the Covenant, where you start off as like just the Prophets or the Elites or whatever, and you have to like actually like fight all the races of the Covenant, like actually unionize the Covenant or try to like conquer all the Covenant species. Right on. I played a little bit of Ironfront. I haven't really had too much time with it though, unfortunately. I think the most time I actually spent with it is we did a unit back when the 17th ODST was still a thing, and before the 17th got disbanded, we did a fun op on Ironfront. But it was only like a single mission, and it was kind of janky because it wasn't part of our usual mod pack, so we ran into some issues with it. But it was a lot of fun when I did play it. It's something I wouldn't mind playing more. And now, actually, I've been watching some videos. I got the new update for well, it's Postscriptum. I couldn't remember the name for a second. Postscriptum's came out with its new update for like the D-Day update, and that looked really awesome. I've been watching videos for that. And Postscriptum's been a lot of fun, but I haven't played it in a while, so thinking about maybe getting into that. I don't know if that would be something I want to do videos for. I feel like a game like Postscriptum's best with other people you know, and I don't have too many people that play Postscriptum regularly that I know. Let's take a peek around, waiting for this vessel here. whenever the ship comes around the bend, I'll probably hop out of my car to take pictures. So I'll get set you guys up in the window or something like that, so you guys can see it. All right. Well, good luck with your class, man. If we're still streaming when you get done, which I don't think we will be, but if we are, feel free to come back, hang out. Appreciate hanging out and chatting with me. You guys are keeping me company here while we wait, since I'm not exactly sure what time this vessel will show up. It's supposed to be about like 9:20 my time. It's another 10 minutes, I guess. But good luck with class, man. I hope it goes well for you. And then there was 2 again. Well, somebody else actually joins and stays. Also, somebody else has actually stayed. Welcome to the live stream. I know you've been here for a little bit now, but whoever's hiding out. Oh, there you are. Well, on the live stream, you're probably the only Swiss person we have. I think one American, the guy who just left was from France, and well, I guess I'm American, so 2 Americans if you count me. And you're probably the only Swiss person in the live chat right now. As far as my channel goes and all the viewership, I don't know. It's hard to say. Obviously, with like 4,000 subscribers and some non-regular viewers, I've got people from all around the world. So, I mean, France, Spain, France. There's a few people from France. But yeah. Well, how are things over there on your side of the ocean? You quarantined as well, I would imagine. Probably shouldn't look away for too long here. I'm just kind of trying to keep an eye out for other people here. Make sure I'm not causing too much of a ruckus, as well as waiting for this ship, because it's supposed to be coming around. Somebody said about 9:20. I'm not exactly sure if that's 100% accurate, but probably pretty close to when we'll expect it. But it's going to come around the corner from around these buildings here off in the background. So kind of trying to keep an eye over there on it, wait for this to come around. But yeah. Fortunately, that's just that, a lot of waiting here. Oh, they're feeding. Birds are such jerks. Like they'll fight other birds, and they're quite big. Utah big thing on seagulls. It was like the state bird. It's like the worst state bird I've ever seen. Oh, I thought you were over here in the U.S. I didn't know you were in Australia. I keep scratching my face. It's like itchy in the one spot. I keep scratching. Shouldn't do that. Well, that's my bad. So I guess I'm the only person from the U.S. So yeah, we get representation on basically like every corner of the world for the most part. Hey guys, welcome to the live stream. How's it going? We're waiting for a ship to pass by here in St. Clair River here in Michigan. If you guys are just joining the live stream, I know a couple people have kind of come and gone since. Yeah, it's Postscriptum's a ton of fun. I haven't played it in a little bit. I haven't played any of the French content, so I mean that tells you probably how long it's been since I last played it. But it is a blast. It's a lot of fun. I mean, it's basically Squad, but for World War II. The only thing I don't really like is like the standard riflemen are all, like I don't think they're necessarily. Well, yeah, most of them are bolt action rifles because I mean like the Car 98 and stuff. The standard rifles for a lot of nations are bolt actions and stuff. I can't remember if the Lee Enfield was a bolt action or not, but the Americans got the Garand brand, I guess, depending on how you pronounce it. But most of them aren't, and that kind of sucks. I mean, it makes fighting a lot more difficult. There's a lot of cool stuff. I think tank warfare is my favorite. Even the logistics zone, that's a lot of fun, setting up like a mortar team and stuff like that. Well, it's pretty awesome that we're getting some people here. I'm just going to check my battery real quick. We're down to 40%. I still got a ways to go. And I haven't been in the work truck for about a month. So, yeah, my phone charger for my car is not close to here. I thought about stopping to pick it up. I was in a rush trying to get out here to try and catch a sunrise over this bridge. Unfortunately, I didn't quite make it in time. I was running a little bit late. I forgot I needed to get gas before I left, unfortunately. So a little late on that front. But all in all, not too bad. I think our ship might be coming around the bend here. I think I just saw some smoke billowing around that I haven't noticed before. This is the larger vessel. It's probably puffing out some smoke, I'd imagine. So that might be our ship. Might not be. I'll have to wait another second to see. Grab my camera here without blocking the phone camera. So yeah, I got my Nikon D3400 here, ready to go. And now we wait patiently, like we've been waiting patiently, because that's what we're doing. 9:13. Well, it's not supposed to show up for another 7 minutes, so I don't know if that's it or not. But that was only an estimate from the guys who have the live stream. There's actually another live stream going on from stream cams. I'll play too either, so I think we're both at a loss on that front. Yeah, I don't know. Postscriptum's a lot of fun though. Yeah, I didn't play any of the French content, but it looked like it was a lot of fun in there with regards to that. I know a lot of people were pretty excited for it. It's one of those things I always mean to play. It's just never enough time in the day, you know. Yeah, we'll try and work something out, man. I know we've been saying that we're going to do it. Obviously, you know, the whole thing in different parts of the world makes it kind of difficult to join up, especially with me trying to fix my sleep schedule because I was up in the middle of the night a lot of times when you're on. But now that I'm trying to like get to bed at like a proper time, well, I was trying to go to bed at like midnight, 1 a.m. my time, so that makes it a little bit trickier because that's kind of when you're up and about. It's we'll try and figure out something. I do want to try and maybe start hosting some stuff off my computer. I mean, if I get this beefier rig, it'll be a little bit easier to host some stuff just client side on my end. There's this other streamer for Star Citizen who's got a server he's been running, so I've been meaning to talk to them, see if maybe we can get something going on the regular for OpTrade content that way too, because they've had a server set up, but they kind of abandoned it right away because the OpTrade, or not the OpTrade, but the Star Citizen update came out, so they shifted from Arma back to Star Citizen, which is the regular content. But yeah, you have a good night, man. Thanks for hanging out here. And if you change your mind, if you can't get to bed or whatever, just hop back on in, and we'll be here for a little bit longer. I think after the ship passes by, we're going to head out here and do that. That's not what I want to do. I'll get rid of this. Do that. Okay. I just want to see if I can swap this around. This camera to the front camera pretty easily. Okay. So when the ship passes by, I want to set you guys up to the front view of the camera so you guys can watch the ship pass by too. I'll probably say it in the dashboard of my car if I can. I haven't figured out the logistics of that. Yeah. So you have a Oregon Star Citizen then, it sounds like. Have you played it a lot? Not a lot. Okay, I don't know why that didn't pop up when I was looking at it. It's yeah, it's a lot of fun, but it's got a lot of issues too, unfortunately. But you know, I guess that's a problem with early access games sometimes. I was talking with somebody about it, and you know, the thing is it's a very ambitious project, and they've definitely had a lot of issues with the game as far as the development goes. But I think overall, I mean, despite the problems with it, I'm pretty happy with what we've gotten so far. I mean, it needs to get better before um, it's kind of a proper game. It definitely needs a lot more stability and more gameplay loops, but it's better than a lot of games I've seen charge less for, or I guess not less for, but like people have charged more for, I should say. I mean, people have gotten more out of Star Citizen than they have out of like Identity or Raw. Yep, take it easy, man. I'll see you around whenever here. I'm not sure when that will be, but I'm sure it'll be before too long. You have a good night, sir. Okay. I've been loving the new update. Have you played the new update at all on the game? And by the new update, I mean 3.9 with like the prison and the weather systems and all that. Also, whoever else joined the stream here, welcome. How goes it? Thank you for joining us today. You don't have to talk, but if you do, it's always welcome. Not very many people in here, but I'll try to talk for all of us if you don't want to, but it definitely makes it a little bit easier to have somebody to respond to. Um, Depending on when you joined, you may or may not already know, but we're just waiting for a ship to pass by the river here. Should be passing by hopefully within the next few minutes. I was told about 9:20 is when we should expect it. It's about 9:20 right now, and I don't see any signs of the ship. I've seen some smoke billowing before, but I guess that's probably just from a refinery or something down in that part of the river I can't see. Oh, no, I stand corrected. There's the ship, like, literally right now. So I'll actually switch you guys over, and I'll leave the chat for just a second. I'll flip you guys over to the front camera here. And I'm going to try and set you guys up in such a way that you can stare at the vessel. All right, that's like super janky. You guys are on a like rise on my dashboard, saying on buttons on my phone, like control the volume and zoom and stuff at an angle. I do apologize for that. Maybe you can see that ship out in the distance. I will be off from the camera for just a moment here. All right. All right, man. Well, thanks for stopping in. Feel free to, like I said, join back. I'll probably be ending the stream shortly after the ship passes by. Like I said, just to finish chatting with the last couple people. You guys take it easy. And then there was one, and I don't think that one was me because I was saying 0 before it was just me. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Like I said, I'm kind of hanging out inside the car for a second here while we wait for this vessel to close the distance a little bit more. But if I hop off, I'm guessing I'll come back and just double check the archive. So if it takes me a second to respond, forgive me. But yeah, if you have any questions, anything like that, just let me know. I don't know if you can even see that ship. There's so much glare and reflectivity on my screen. I'm not sure if this is lined up, but I think it should be visible to you guys from there. I can see those two lights. I can see it between those two lights. Granted, the phone's positioned a little bit differently. You should be able to see it though. That's slowly closing the distance over this way. I'll hop out of my car again here for a moment. It would be great if I had a more powerful camera lens. Unfortunately, the lens I have is pretty good. It's 70 to 300 millimeter lens. I mean, it's pretty good at getting distance shots, but that's still a little too far out. Still a little bit hazy as far as those shots are going. It's great for like wilderness stuff, like walking on paths and things like that, but stuff that's like that far out, it's struggling with, which is a shame, but that boat's going to come by pretty close, so I guess we'll be okay. Welcome to the live stream. We're going to be probably wrapping somewhat shortly here. I'm waiting for this vessel. You might be able to see the boat on screen right now. Waiting for this to come by, so I'm taking some pictures of it that I'll be posting up on the Discord here a little bit later today, probably. If you have any questions, anything like that, let me know. I'm just waiting for the ship to get a little bit closer before I hop out of my car again to take some more pictures. But I'll read back on the chat and everything just to make sure I don't miss any questions, comments, anything like that. are you guys doing today? Any questions? Like I said, let me know. Yeah, so this is probably the only boat that's going to be passing by for a little while. I'd have to double check, but I think this is the last one. Last boat that came through was probably about an hour and a half ago, so I don't know if I want to hang out here for another hour and a half. Welcome to the live stream. Waiting on this boat. You guys should be able to see the boat by now, I think. There's still a lot of glare on my phone screen on my end here that I can't see what you guys can see. Oh, ran away. Didn't want to be involved. They don't want to see this ship. My face was scaring people off, the ship scaring people off. I'm just thinking people don't want to be involved in a live stream. Maybe they wanted to see my face and they didn't see my face. I don't know. We're getting a little bit closer with this vessel here, though. Slowly closing away. It's quite awake. Man, this one's a lot bigger than the last boat, actually. I'm pretty surprised by that. Pretty big size difference on that. Some of these are pretty old, too. Some of these are like 80-year-old, 90-year-old vessels that are cruising along the lakes. I'm thinking this one's probably not quite that old. I'm thinking the last one I saw probably wasn't that old either. Well, maybe the last one was. I could just see that. This one I don't think is. I'd have to look up the information on these. I mean, you'd be surprised sometimes with these naval vessels. They look, some of these were like cutting edge at the time, and they look like they're not that old. They've been refurbished a few times and had a bunch of work done on them, but they actually end up being a lot older than they actually appear to be. Oh. Nope. Abort. Well, yeah, I don't think it's too bad for you guys. It's on my end. There's a lot of reflectivity. I'm getting, basically, I can't see most of the chat. At least not without some work. It's more of a reflection of the bridge behind me. So, see more of the bridge Canada than I can see the chat. I'm gonna hop out, take a couple more pictures here. The boat's getting a little bit closer, so I'm hoping it won't be quite so blurry in these pictures. And it's pretty cool watching these ships pass by, but yeah, just wish I had a better camera lens for it. This camera lens is great for wildlife shots, as it turns out. Not so great for like super long distance stuff further out, which I guess is even more ideal for some of these wildlife shots. Let's see if I can hear these seagulls. Those are super blurry. Actually, should take my glasses off real quick. All right, we're getting a little bit closer. This is my first. Oh, this is actually my first time doing this. I actually don't live by here, so this was actually a little bit of a drive for me today. I just found a live stream of this online where they watch these boats pass by. And I've seen these once before, like a vessel this size, when I was dating some girl long distance, and we were going up to a place up north in Wisconsin, and we had to go by a river, and I saw one of these boats passing by. It was so massive. I was just so impressed by them. I'll hop in my car here. It's getting a lot closer, so I'll get some more pictures. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, I got a bunch of pictures with my camera. The vessel passing by here. Yeah, I missed the comments here for a few seconds while I was outside my car taking pictures here, so I will respond to your question about that a little bit more in depth in just a second here. Hopefully the wind's not too bad on the phone audio speakers. I know a lot of times this wind tends to pick up and sound a lot worse to you guys than it does to me, but it's pretty windy out here right now. Not too terribly bad, but I know enough so that it's probably picking up on the phone speaker here. But yeah, I should have taken some video of that. That would have probably been really cool. My camera does not do justice to audio. I don't know if you guys could hear that. He was actually saluting a camera nearby. There's a camera up on the building over there with the kind of angled roof under the bridge. And they do a live stream for all the ships. It's Stream Cams or something like, or Stream Cams Live, I think. But they stream 24/7 along this river here, watching all the ships pass by for all these enthusiasts and everything. Oh. And we lost our last viewer here, unfortunately, unless this is inaccurately reporting. So yeah, if you're still here, Helix. So we were down to 0 viewers, so I think you might have left. Oh, okay, perfect. You are still here. Awesome. It went down to 0 viewers, so I thought you might have left. So yeah, like I was saying before, I don't live around here, so this is a little bit of a trip out here. This is actually my first time doing this. Yeah, it went back up to 1. I don't know if it was refreshing or what happened there, if it's just inaccurate. It's YouTube, so it doesn't update right away with those counts, so it's always kind of hard to tell for sure. Which is why I try to talk, even if there's no one in here, just because I can't be sure. But, yeah, so this is my first time, but like I said, I've seen these ships off in a distance before, and I knew that there's some famous ports here in Michigan, and that there's some pretty big vessels that come through here, because we're right on the Great Lakes, and so a lot of ships will come through, passing through, even in some cases, some salt liners, some ocean ships will come through these locks and stuff to get through the U.S. and get to the Great Lakes, because there's a lot of industries along the Great Lakes that these come on. So yeah, you've got these massive ships. I mean, you can't even necessarily call them river ships. I mean, they go along the river, but they're designed for the Great Lakes. And if you're not from the Great Lakes, even if you're in the United States, it's hard to really understand the scale of these lakes. I mean, where I'm looking out here, you can't see the shoreline on the other side. I mean, it's massive. I mean, there's countries with less bodies of water between them than the size of these things. And so, yeah, you get these massive vessels going through. It's so impressive watching them. But yeah, that little salute there was pretty awesome. I'm pretty excited about that. They don't do that very often, from what I understand. It was actually a highlight with a Coast Guard cutter that did that. The Canadian Coast Guard cutter signaled to that live stream cam, and they were very excited about that. So getting that from a standard ship like that knew about the stream was pretty cool. Very happy about being here. I do wish I caught that on video, but well, I guess I did. You guys might have heard that. I'm hoping that was caught on video, but you guys definitely weren't looking at the ship when that honked. That was off in the distance, but I'm glad you guys got to see it pretty decently once it got a little bit closer here. But yeah, definitely very peaceful. Not a lot of people out here. I mean, there's a few people that seem to be coming out here and just hanging out. A lot of older folks, I guess, which is pretty common for this area. It's starting to pick up as far as activity and number of people. A lot of families are coming out now for walks. The weather's pretty nice, though. Yeah. I mean, the scale is just insane. And I mean, it's just like anything else with, pictures and stuff. It just doesn't do it justice, I've been watching videos of these ships, like I said, for a week or two now. Maybe, I guess, even longer than that, because I started shortly after the quarantine. But, the scale of these things in person just is completely different than watching videos of them. So, I mean, it's just awesome. I'm pretty excited, though. I'm thinking I got some pretty good quality pictures of these two ships. The Coast Guard ship's a little bit further off. I don't think I quite a good picture of that. I'm hoping I did, but not super certain on that. It's just, I think, a little too far away for my camera to get a really quality picture with max zoom and everything, but we'll see. Maybe we got lucky with that. Once I get them on my computer, I'll have a better idea. Unfortunately, it's hard to tell just on a camera's viewfinder because they're such high quality photos. I mean, it's completely different seeing them on the computer from the preview screen. It's just two virtually different pictures almost. But yeah, we'll hang out for a little bit longer here. I guess we're at 49 minutes. I'll go for like another 10 minutes. We'll hang out and chat, and I'll probably wrap it up at an hour here, just because the ships pass by. I'm not expecting, like I said, another ship for quite a while here, and it's about an hour drive at least. Well, it's even longer than that. I don't know why I said an hour. It's going to be longer than an hour to get back, but stop somewhere for an early lunch or something maybe. But yeah, nice blue river. Probably wouldn't want to go swimming in it, given all the large vessels that pass by. But very rough looking waters today. It looks like pretty strong current, and their waves are rolling pretty good right now. Still a pretty cool view. Going and watching Lake Michigan, just hanging out like this is definitely awesome. Definitely worth making a day out of it. If you get a chance to do something like this, I would highly recommend it. My car's turned off again. I'm sorry. I want to put my finger in front of the camera, guys. I do apologize about that. I want to put my window down the rest of the way because it's nice and sharp in my elbow. Thank you for stopping beeping. I'm trying to live stream here, car. My car likes to beep a lot. Any excuse it gets to beep, it will beep. You don't need to be on. There's no heat on. I'm not driving. You can turn the engine off. Just turn it down to put the window down. But yeah, I mean, there's some other cool stuff. I'd probably come back out here again. I don't know when I would do that. Probably maybe after the coronavirus. Of course, that kind of depends too, I suppose, on how long this shutdown goes for. That's the big mystery, is that, well, a lot of the restrictions are getting lifted in a couple days. The lockdown's going to continue on until at least the 15th of this month, or well, next month, and maybe even longer past that. So we'll have to, I guess I'll have to wait and see. I might be out of work for a while longer unless I go out and apply for a new job. So kind of interesting though, this location. There's a lot of different things going on out here. You got this bridge to Canada. That's kind of see it there. But yeah, that's the bridge to Canada, and they're doing construction on that right now. You got the ships passing by. It looks like there's like a train that passes by here sometimes, like a little local train. It probably doesn't go too often, from I would imagine. But you've got that, and then you've got like a Thomas Edison museum or something down the road here, just the teeny ways, along with like the museum for like trains and stuff in the area. So a lot of cool stuff. And then, like I said, I mean, it's like right on the American-Canadian border. So, I mean, they're flying American-Canadian flags all over the place. The Coast Guard's patrolling along this river constantly. So, very cool area. It's a lot of stuff going on. It's pretty neat. It's a little bit more interesting than where I live, but that's suburbs, and that's probably what most people would say too, anyways. I can only imagine what this is like during the virus. So I'm looking at this bridge now that the ship's passed, and I can't see it anymore. And it's just like all the lanes on the bridge were closed because the border's closed off because of the virus. And so they're only letting commercial vehicles through. So it's just semi-trucks is all it is crossing this bridge. And it's picked up a lot more since this morning. I got out here pretty early. It was like 6, well, it was probably about 7 o'clock. Like I said, I was running a little bit late. It's probably about 7 o'clock I showed up here. And there was virtually no traffic. And it's still very light, seeing as it's just semis. But I can only imagine what this is like when the border is actually open. You know, it's just imagine that probably entire bridge is just covered in cars like the whole way across, and gridlock traffic and everything. If the border to Mexico is any indication of that, I saw signs like 3 yards back from the border saying traffic may be stopped ahead when or traffic is stopped or slow when this light's flashing. Obviously, it's not because it's closed. But oh. Okay, there was another vessel coming, so I did not expect another vessel. I didn't see that one on the thing. Florida's got some pretty interesting stuff, Helix. I've got a buddy who lives down in Florida, and I guess it depends on where you live in Florida. I mean, that's probably the thing for most states is that you're really every state's kind of got everything, interesting stuff now. It just depends on where you're at. Let's try and set my phone up again here. I think I got like a one. Oh, there we go. No, yeah, volume's going crazy, but that's fine. It's staying. Hopefully that shouldn't affect you guys too much. So apparently there's another vessel coming by here. I didn't expect that, like I was starting to say. A little bit different type of a ship here. This wasn't on the thing out there. It's moving faster. I guess it could be moving quicker than the other ship, and it closed the distance. It's been a while since I've looked at the tracker for the ship, so it could definitely been further down, gate the distance or close the gap pretty quick. Be right back. I'm gonna pop out of my car. All right, snap a couple shots here and we'll wait for the distance to close again. Yeah, yeah, that's probably true of a lot of places. I mean, I've lived all over the place, and for the most part, I would say that's, well, I don't know. I guess that's not necessarily true of everywhere. I've lived in a couple pretty small towns, and I mean, they're so rinky-dink towns that there can't be a bad side of town. Town's either good or bad, and that's it. Yeah, I know, but like I was saying, to live by his dad, who works for NASA. He moved down there to start doing construction work, and he goes out and he can see all these, a lot of these ships, kind of like what we're seeing here, but even bigger because they're ocean-bound vessels, so like cruise ships and stuff. But he sees a lot of the SpaceX launches and the military stuff, so he gets to see them bringing those SpaceX rockets back. He actually just uploaded on his channel a video of them barging in a one of the SpaceX rocket boosters or something, which was pretty cool. I think that'd be really awesome to see, and he gets to go see the launches and stuff live. So, I mean, Florida's got some pretty awesome stuff. It's just, I think it's concentrated on the southern part of the state for the most part. If you live pretty much, not quite as much interesting is going on. But, like I said, that's kind of true of a lot of states. Most states have their interesting spots. You just gotta know where to look, I suppose, and be willing to go out and explore a little bit. Yeah, this vessel's closing pretty quick here. Doesn't seem like it's moving that much faster than the other boat. Actually, the other boat felt like it was maybe moving even quicker. I don't know. It's hard to say. It is really hard to judge with these vessels of this size, just how fast these things are moving. But yeah, pretty awesome watching them. I'm very excited that we got another ship out of this. I didn't think I would get another one. I was thinking I was going to get two. I was happy with that, but yeah, bonus ship, sweet. This, I don't know why watching this makes me really want to go play Stormworks. I guess because it's a big ship-focused game, but yeah, I'm not sure what kind of vessel this is. The other ones I think were like designed to carry like gravel and stuff like that, and they've got like conveyor belts and stuff built into them. This one I think is just like a standard cargo ship or something. Can't really tell from here yet. I think you guys can see it fine. Can you see it fine, Helix? I'm having such a hard time seeing the screen. About the only thing I can see when it pops up is the chat. Welcome to the live stream. We're ship watching here. We're extending out a little bit longer. I was going to stop streaming here in just a minute, but we've got another vessel passing by here. Excellent. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, it should be passing by pretty close, I think. So you get a lot better view of it. But I just want to try and make sure you guys can see this thing for as long as possible, especially if I hop out to take some more pictures of it, which I will be. Actually, I might do that right now before it starts to turn in towards us, so I can get some pictures from this side. Alrighty, I am back for a second. Yeah, and I mean, he looks out. Oh, I don't know if you're on our on the Discord here. Yeah, it's got like that standard T-shaped cargo tower. A lot of the ships have that though. I mean, they're all a little bit different designs. Like I said, I mean, some of those ships coming along here are close to 100 years old, but yeah, I want to be uploading these pictures too onto the Discord later today. So, I mean, if you guys aren't on the Discord, it should be in the information for this. I think it shows up even on the live stream videos. But if you guys join the Discord, I'll be posting the pictures I'm taking from here onto the Discord too. So it should be a little bit higher quality ships if you guys want to see that too. Yeah, it's pretty neat. I mean, it really gives you a sense of the scale of the level of commerce and stuff that comes along here through through the Great Lakes, and I guess it just gives you a little bit better perspective of that on a grander scale too, kind of around the whole U.S. And, I mean, compared to some of the vessels that are going around, these things are tiny. I mean, this thing's huge relative to me and my car, but you go and you start comparing this to some of those ocean-bound vessels, some of those like mega shippers and stuff that they have, and man, this thing's nothing. This thing looks a little bit beaten up though. It gets closer, it's starting to see some wear and tear on this thing as far as the paint job goes. Kind of an interesting looking paint job, a little yellow stripe or something on the side. Then you get to watch a guy on a longboard, so that's exciting for you guys too. I bet you've never seen anything quite like that before, have you? Okay, that one you probably have seen. I'll give you that. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna pop out again here as this guy's getting closer. Got a couple pictures. I was trying to get a picture of the name on the side of the vessel, but it was a little too blurry in my viewfinder. I couldn't even see it that well, so I had to wait for him to close the distance a little bit more. It's kind of a catch-22. I can't really see the ship until it gets a lot closer, and like they're so big, it's like I can't get clear pictures until I get up there. I should have probably used a different lens when I saw this thing coming. This is the Syrah Desganes, it looks like. Yeah, I don't know. It's got a crane. It's not carrying shipping containers, but I'm not sure quite what it is. Can't quite tell what the equipment would be used for. Maybe oil or something, fuel potentially. I don't know. I think if that was the case, it probably wouldn't have a crane. There's just stuff on it. I can't quite tell what it is. Alright, I've returned. I'm going to shift you guys over here so you can watch the ship pass by here. Missed the comments for a second here. I apologize about that. Hopefully you're still there, Helix. It's saying 0 people again. Oh, you gotta go. Alright, yes, so Helix, if you end up watching this, I'll probably end up keeping this stream up on the archives or something here, because why not? I wasn't going to, but I think if it auto saves, I'll probably end up posting this to an actual video here in a day or so. But take it easy, man. Thank you for joining. I know you've, like I said, already left, but if you do watch this, thank you for joining and hanging out for so long. And you know what? If any of you guys are watching this, because like I said, we'll be posting this up onto YouTube at a later point here, be it in a day or so or later. Same thing, you know, if you guys have any questions, anything like that, let me know. I guess this hasn't been much of an ask me anything, at least not too much of one. I usually don't get too many people for these anyways. Nothing too exciting about my life, but if you have any questions, let me know, guys, in the comments below. I am happy to answer those to the best of my ability without revealing too much personal information. Obviously, I don't want to give away details that could, you know, potentially put me into like a thing for getting like scammed or something like that. I don't know if there's too many people that watch videos like that. I was gotten like a couple of shady comments here and there in the past, so where it's like scammers and stuff commenting on the video, so you never know. And unfortunately, not everybody's a person who hangs around a lot with the channel or an awesome community member, so you gotta be careful with that sort of thing. Mainly I'm just talking though, so that there's something going on in the video, so you guys are seeing more than just the ship sailing off into the distance as it's doing. Looks really good doing that. There's also a pilot ship passing by. I might get a couple pictures of that. I want to shift you guys over so you can watch that ship. Oh, pressing buttons again on my phone. I do apologize if you guys hear that or if that's affecting the camera. All right, I'm gonna get a couple pictures of that guy. I think a couple of them turned out a bit blurry, but I think for the most part we got some good shots of that pilot vessel too. And we're gonna swing this back around here. So yeah, put my face back on stream here. Since I do believe that's now actually the final vessel. I know I said that already. I wasn't expecting this other one at all, but I don't think there's any more ships that are gonna be due for a while here. So once this guy rounds the bend, I'm going to actually end the video here, so a little bit longer, about another 10-15 minutes of video here for you guys because of that. Granted, for at least several minutes of that, I was not actually in video or probably talking because I was busy taking pictures. But, yeah. And we'll hang out for a second longer. I don't know what else to talk about to kill the time here while the ship rounds the bend. How's the weather? What's new? I mean, obviously there's no one else currently in here watching. Unfortunately, all of our live viewers have left, or at least that's what YouTube's telling me. Of course, as we've discussed already, you can't necessarily trust YouTube with regards to that. But if you're not live, if you're watching this later on down the road, same thing. Let me know what's up, guys. Let me know what you're up to, what you're doing right now. And by right now, I mean in the future when you watch this. So that past me can be entertained in the future. That's a cool ship though. And just watching like all these ships is just so impressive. I was kind of hoping that they would have done more of that Coast Guard vessel and move off with that. That would have been pretty cool. I had to view for like half a second, guys. Scared him off. He's like, I don't want to be involved in this. Oh, no, you're here. Welcome to the stream. We'll be wrapping up pretty soon here. We're waiting for this this vessel to pass by out of view. I don't know if you can see there how long you've been around, because YouTube's back to telling me there's 0 viewers even though you just commented. YouTube doesn't know what it wants or what it's actually got going on, which is typical, but yeah, ship's moving kind of slow here, so we got at least another few minutes while this thing rounds the bend. and won't bother showing you on the phone just because it's so far off. I don't think you'll be able to see the vessel too well in the video of the phone. If you can rewind, I forget if this is such a light to rewind on YouTube's live streams, but if you go back, you can see. Alternatively, I'll be posting this video later on, and I'll be posting actual pictures of the ships up on to whatever pictures look best of that. Maybe a picture or two of some birds that were fighting over some worms or whatever nearby. It's starting to get pretty crowded though, so I think it's going to leave here as soon as the ship's gone. Still managing to pull social distancing stuff here, staying at least 6 feet or whatever from everybody else. But yeah, there's people like all over the place now. It was nice and peaceful and quiet. It's still pretty quiet here, but not quite so peaceful. Oh. Bye, Gunner. I don't know if you've had YouTube, so. Yeah, we're almost done, though. That ship's rounding the bend right now. I don't see any ships coming at the other way. So I think that's going to be everything for this video, guys. But like I said, if you guys have any questions, ask me questions, anything like that, if there is anybody still out there in viewership land, live viewership. Oh, Gunner is still here. Yeah, do you have any questions, anything like that, Gunner? Now's the time, man, before we wrap up the stream, man. Otherwise, just, hit me up on Discord and everything. I'll be off of comms for a little bit here while I head back home, but I will respond as soon as I can. Well, actually, I'll probably stop and get lunch because it's breakfast, I guess. I don't know. It's like 10 a.m. Restaurants are going to start opening, so I might stop somewhere and grab some food before I head back, and then I'll be off comms. But I just want to get food. I'll be on Discord and stuff for a little while here. But yeah, last minute chance here. That ship is now rounded the bend. Rended the bend? I don't know what that means. But we're going to go ahead and wrap up the stream otherwise, unless you have anything else. Well, of course, I've actually left because YouTube's killing me right now with this saying there's 0 people and then there's people actually watching. I have no idea if I'm talking to people or not, and it's killing me. It's like, maybe you left, maybe you didn't. And, oh, I'm getting low battery, actually. Oh, shoot, I'm at 9% battery. Okay, I actually lied. I have to end the stream now, guys. I can't wait. My phone's battery drained out during the hour-long live stream because my car phone charger is in my work truck, where it's been for the last month during the coronavirus. So yeah, again, the stream now, guys. Thank you for everybody who joined. It was awesome. Thank you for hanging out with me, guys. Thanks for watching ships and stuff pass by. Obviously we'll have another OpTrade video out this Friday and more content coming throughout the week and stuff. I'm going to try and pick back up on getting some regular video content out here, try to get more stuff done. We'll see how that goes, though. Other than that, guys, take it easy. Thank you again. I'll see you around. Yes, I want to